So here we have the BMW Z4 on a 10 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through a few of the controls on the inside. From the outside you can of course see it's a convertible with alloy wheels, 2 doors as well. We're going to start off inside the boot space and then work our way around the rest of the car from there. As we approach the back of the car, you can see that we have the roof down at the moment, which means it's taking up some of this boot space, which will give you this section underneath here for your storage. But this is how much boot space you'll have with the roof back up again. And as you can see, now that it's up, there's plenty of space available to you there. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back around to the front of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through a few of the controls on the inside of it from there. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that now. Okay, now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. Over on the left-hand side, we have the speedometer and fuel gauge. On the right-hand side, the rev counter and the oil temperature gauge. In the centre, you can then see the trip computer section, which includes the total miles for this car. They are 49,938. You can change information displayed above that by pressing a button on the end of the indicator stalk, and directly above that it will show you what gear this car is in. It's an automatic, so of course we're in park at the moment. If we back out to the steering wheel, we have our stereo and phone controls available on here. The paddle that you see just here and the one over on the right hand side, you can use either of these to change up and down a gear manually by pushing or pulling, if you wish to do that of course. Over in the centre, we have some storage in this section just here. Our hazard warning lights deadlock, so you can lock the car doors from the outside. We then have our climate control. So this is dual zone climate control, meaning that you can adjust the passenger and driver temperature independently of one another. You can increase and decrease the fan speed. You can determine what direction you'd like the air to be distributed in. The air conditioning is on at the minute. That's off. Back on again. Or you can hit auto. If you do that, the car will take control of the direction of the air and the fan speed, which you can hear it doing, to maintain the temperatures that you've asked for. You can override that whenever you wish to. You can put it back on your own settings manually there as well. Below that, we have our CD player. You can go through your audio options on here. So you've got AM, FM radio, CD player, auxiliary input, and USB input available to you. And then from the menu button is where you'll pair your phone. You can access your onboard computer and you configure things like the time, temperature, for example, if you want in Fahrenheit or Celsius. And you can use this dial to do that, or press the button that's directly beneath the thing that you want to enter into. We then have the gear lever for the fully automatic gearbox, in front of which we can open the roof and close the roof, which I'll show you properly in just a moment. We can turn off our traction control, and we can change the driving setup of the car. So you're able to put this car into Sport, which you can see up on here, Sport Plus. We come all the way back down to normal as well, and that will be obviously your everyday driving mode. So if we push the button to open the roof, the very first thing that will happen is that the driver and passenger windows will go down. The tailgate or rear glass section will open up above the roof. The tailgate will then open up, and the next thing that will happen is the roof section will fold into that tailgate before it then closes. Very, very quick, as you can see. You can also see in the video here that we've got a wind brake in place there as well. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to give us a call here at West Horsley Motors. We'd love to hear from you soon.